Hello guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, playing Black Icy with Germany. This is Simon around here. So last time we have managed to capture Poland, but a great loss of manpower and equipment, because in this mad campaign I think we have lost like, let's say, like at least 5 divisions anyway. So the question is, what can we do to avoid this? Because the game has changed. It's not a Hearts of Iron 4 that we know anymore. Especially here at naval battle and aerial battle. We have absolutely no chance at all of gaining supremacy into this. Although we are throwing in it a lot of, as you can see, we are throwing in it a lot of equipment and material, a lot of ships and everything. So the question is, what can we do to avoid it, to make things better? Now, first of all, if you can take a look here, because I think that the reason why we have lost a lot of divisions is that, what I think is that the division was simply too weak. Yeah, such as this division, for example, which is, as you can see, it's not an expert division. It seems to be a very poor division. Not mention it has very few equipment, very few manpower, and very few equipment, so you cannot expect much from this garrison division here. This is a garrison division. As you can see, for example, this army is mostly comprised of this garrison division. Now, these divisions were also wiped out, so the question is why? These guys, they have 6,000 men. This is an SS division, SS command division, whatever. And it also has very, very few experience, as you can see. And the truth is that it is a poor division. So, now, the question is, so I thought, in order to increase battle efficiency, to create only the best divisions, although we can create fewer of them. I want to create only expert divisions, to say the least. It's gonna take longer to train and so on, but it's gonna worth it. Now, these divisions will be out of producing, and I'm gonna create, as you can see here, only the best of divisions. That will be better trained and will be able to deal with the situation. Now, our next target would be Norway. So, in order to take Norway, as you can see, we're also having a slightly advantage here, but we would simply have to send another army up there in Norway. And the question is, which army should we send? Because first of all, we have this army here, and I'm just gonna make it better. I'm gonna strengthen it up to 18 troops, and then I'm gonna simply send it. Just as simple as that. Now, second of all, wait a minute, first of all, let's address this thing here. Digging speed, that's good. Now, second of all, we're gonna have to create more fleet. And how can we do this except if we're gonna not create more naval dockyards? Well, first of all, we're gonna need some supplies, some resources, such as rubber, and that's why we're creating these factories. Then, let's create more harbors, because we really have to create more. And then let's create more of these factories in order to boost the production of aviation, of airplanes. This is also very important. This would also boost the production of shipyard and submarine yard, the production of submarines and other ships. So this is what we create here. Now, good point is we're also creating some nuclear bombs, which is good. And let's build some fresh, new, more naval yards all over the place, including in Greece, in Montania, but especially in northern Germany. Alright, so this is the Soviet fleet, which is really impressive. Good, now let's assign some more troops to this general here. Wait a minute, there is another general right here that is also has lost so many units. This is absolutely incredible. But the good point is that we have a slight superiority here at the border with USSR, because USSR has sent almost all of its divisions in Iran here. No, in Iraq. Although they have done it very well until now. Now they're only at war with Iraq and Brazil. But like I said, they've done a great job, and soon Baghdad will fall, that is certain. Up here are the French trying to invade in vain in Athens, and the Italians defending their territory. They're doing a good job until now. I'm also helping them right here. Now, another war that I'd like to declare would be against Switzerland, maybe, but first of all, let's try to take out... Oh, we have another invasion here. Or maybe not. First of all, I'm going to try to take Norway, then perhaps Denmark, and then perhaps Spain. Spain and Portugal would be very, very important to take. The question is, how can we have a better fleet here? Because we are completely wiped out. Actually, having a better aviation is because we don't have such a thing. The Allies are completely destroying us here and everywhere, actually. Such as here. There is no way that I can help it with this issue. Like I said, we're just gonna have to boost our industry, and that would be it. Create more divisions, more sacrifices for our men, and simply deploy more airplanes and more ships. I'm just gonna wait until we're gonna create a better fleet, a bigger, much bigger fleet, such as this one here. Something is actually being repaired, I think, right now. Let's already send it out, although it doesn't have any airplane. It's a bit strange, but it's okay. So, first of all, let's somehow try to secure the Baltic Sea with a lot of ships. Is there any battle here? No. Okay, now second of all, let's see, can we deploy any new airplanes here? Transport, yeah, maybe just a little bit, but we have very, very few, and it's not worth it. Just let's see, let's make an upgrade here, for example, with Torpedo G7 T5 Zaunkönig. Torpedo attack. Okay, so here, improve Marines. HMG team. Now, theoretically, I could create Marine division, but I don't think. I just think it's gonna. Yeah, let's create empty and let's start producing infantry, marine infantry. 2 of them. No, actually, let's create like 4 of them with no. Wait, what's the name of it? Marine Infantry Type 1. Yeah, this is okay. And, what do we need here? Infantry radios. Yeah, and assault rifle equipment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and let's train only 1 of them, although I also need infantry radios. These things seem to be extremely important. Let's see if we're creating any, these things. Infantry radios, yes, we are creating a lot. And assault rifle 30,000? What is this supposed to mean? Wait a minute. Some things have changed here and I didn't notice this. Light tank. Infantry equipment and assault rifle. I guess every infantry division is gonna need this, perhaps. As we're gonna simply have to create a lot. Amphibious warfare equipment, we're also not creating this. So, yeah, okay, let's address it. Urban warfare equipment and assault rifle. We're just gonna have to create as much as this. And we're gonna also have to create marine, advanced amphibious warfare equipment, whatever. Cannot be upgraded actually. Should also create like 2 of these things. Okay, and other things, we're just gonna have to cancel the production of things. Okay, and missing infantry equipment, that's good. Not actually missing too much. Right, now let's take it all over again and let's see what we actually have enough and what we don't actually need to create too much. So this thing here, we're not gonna need that much, and this thing's here as well. Just have too many of them, don't need that many. Okay, infantry gun, I'm not sure what this is, anti-tank or something, but whatever, don't need too much of it. Their Panzer, also having like enough, and Panzerbefehl, whatever, also having enough of this. Tank radios, oh, we're actually having a lot of them. Yeah, so other things, we're just simply gonna need them. Unfortunately, we're just simply gonna need them. What do we have here? Let's see. So we're creating a little mortar, which is good because we need it, and we're gonna need also this thing and this thing. Then we're gonna simply have to create more military factories, although we're gonna need more resources. But this is what it is. I just cannot change it. So yeah, let's create more military factories. There is no other way. Here in Poland is where we could create more such factories, as it is in South Tyrol. But now if I can take a look, I have more military factories simply because there is no other way. We just simply gonna need these things. Okay, now if we're gonna go on, let's see what's gonna happen. Outdated equipment. So there is no other way but wait until we're gonna have more equipment, and we're gonna create those divisions, and until we can attack. And like I said, I'm just gonna make this army. I'm gonna make it full because it seems the Belgians are able to defend themselves. Anyway, if the Allies will attack, I'm just gonna come to aid them. So, like I said, I'm gonna send this division right away at the border with Norway, and I'm gonna declare war on Norway first, and then on Denmark, but not yet. Denmark, because we have a very few advantage, to say the least. That's what we have here. I want to mention that we don't have naval supremacy. That means that we simply cannot invade them up to Copenhagen. It's just doesn't make sense to attack right now. Iraqi state is out. I think it was puppeted. People stayed, now it's communist. Soviets are helping them too. Now the Soviets can get their forces towards us and they could attack. Now if they're gonna attack, it's gonna be bad. But what I can actually do is to take this army here with 40 divisions and send it up to the way at the border with the Soviets in the south here in Romania, and try to attack them from the south at least. This could be theoretically possible. Let's see how many divisions they have. I think like 400. Must have like 400 divisions. A huge air force and yeah, some naval force as well. much better than our naval force, which has been crippled by the Allied troops. I think we're almost done with airplanes as well. Right, we are done. 1945. The mod developers should create more airplane technologies for the Germans because we are done now and we have nothing else to research in the field of airplanes. Then I should just go on. Here we've done in a long time. And yeah, here we get... let's accelerate these things here. Artillery radios. Very interesting. So 56 airplanes and nothing has been achieved. But the Belgians are going to create a huge army. I am 100% sure about that. A huge army and a huge fleet also, because they have a lot of ports here. It's gonna help them a lot. Right, that's what we have here. So we have this technology, night vision here, that then night attack. This should also research. This is gonna help us a lot. This is the Kriegsmarine here, led by Admiral Donis, just killed 8 already, and has lost no ship until now, I think. Has sunk so many other ships. So we have a great relationship with Russians. We have also an aggression pact with them. They're not gonna attack us just yet, but it's important. Supported by Lend-Lease. There's Lend-Lease policy. So China. And has some puppet nations. Actually many of them. Military gives military access to United Kingdom as well. No, has military access to... yeah, exactly. So, South Africa and Syria, and is improving relation with us. Non-aggression pact, including with French Commune and Spain, and is still at war with Brazil. And has a lot of other puppet factions and so on. So, you can take a look here at war tension history. What we have here. Kingdom Netherlands compared to Kingdom of Hungary, 5.8%. Yeah, we have increased a lot the war tension. Japan as well. British Raj capitulated to Japan and Kingdom of Greece capitulated, whatever. But all in all, I can say that... I mean, take a look at Japan here. Although it seems that the French have invaded them and the Japanese don't seem to be able to supply this territory, although they might very soon capture their entire China, which is what would be great. Now, United Kingdom had captured Okinawa, and now they are also capturing the rest of it. With their invasion, Manila has been, Philippines has been freed, and they didn't capture Singapore just yet, although they have a huge amount of resources, but they don't have a fleet because their fleet has been crippled and there's nothing they can do about it. But they're gonna retake China, I'm sure about that. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting what's gonna happen with Japan, although they're still fighting there. This is good. Okay, so let's see. Let's make some other upgrades here. Exactly what we can. This is gonna increase production efficiency cap, but it's gonna decrease the military construction speed, and that's not what we want. Here, recruited population actually 2%, factory repair speed minus 25%, production efficiency growth minus 15%, production participation minus 10%. Actually, let's have this one,
1, 4 labor. And then,
And then, 1, 4 labor. 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 And then, 1, 4 lab Yes, we have some unit of paratroopers that we should send to these guys here at this border. And we are already in 1950. No other initiative but to stand fast and wait. Here we have only 2 fleets. Also having an aircraft carrier, which is being repaired, or it has no airplanes. I'm not sure why the fuck it has no airplanes. Just don't get it. Why the fuck this one has no airplanes? Why doesn't it? Because we have no airplanes, or why? Because I think we should be able to have it. We should actually be able to have the airplanes. No, actually these are old things. No, actually we don't have any aircraft weapons, indeed. Our airplane production perhaps is being so fucked up. Just don't get it why. 5 per week, and production efficiency almost 100%. Oh, this one is old. Fuck. Yeah, this one is old. We're just gonna have to replace it. 3 per day. The fighter. So yeah, this is the interceptor. We could also upgrade this, so let's upgrade it as well. Just a little bit of upgrade, no more upgrade. T-152. Interceptor 1. This is a great piece of interceptor. So let's try to create as much as possible of that. TA-152 interceptor, and we're already creating a lot of fighters, which is good. Some Marder 3 anti-tank, whatever. Well, let's see what we have here. Now, this one would be so important, maybe not, but it's going to decrease our population with 2%, but it's going to give us production efficiency retention, but maximum factory in a state, factory output, dockyard output minus 2%. Yeah, let's go for this one, dispersed industry 2, although this is going to decrease the manpower with like 2 million. But whatever. Let's just have it. $13.4 still. And we need more and more rubber for this. Oh, wait a minute, they have invaded us again. Although this is not a port here. Yeah, you know what, let's just, wait a minute, let's actually attack them with these troops. And let's just encircle them, you know? With these troops here. Let's just encircle these American divisions, 6 American divisions, which is nothing. They're gonna lose them definitely, but doesn't really matter. Now they're already taking some attrition here. They're just gonna lose them, except if they will attack one of our ports, then this is gonna be difficult. This armored division seemed to be incredible. Yeah, we have captured them. Oh, they are invading with even further more divisions. $42. They have these armored divisions that are the best, but they are encircled. So I don't think that they will be able to do something here. These divisions will simply be wiped out. There are 6 divisions, but I don't think they will be able to do something. Okay, so we have a new type of ship. And in the Navy field we have a lot of research to do, which is, I think this is just great. So let's start. Oh my god, what are these things? Some huge battleships. Oh, they seem to be... No, I think they are aircraft carriers actually. This one, Europa class, is an aircraft carrier. Okay, so let's first research this type of... this is Douglas MacArthur. Alright, very interesting. I thought it was gonna be Eisenhower, but it doesn't matter now. This guy also have lost some divisions, so that means that we could give him some more divisions here to defend. Okay, and what else do we have here? Insufficient resources, I just know that. Now let's see, the Americans could still attack, although they are taking even more and more attrition. Let's actually attack them with these 2 units of paratroopers. They did nice to invade, but they actually didn't manage to invade us with to capture a port. Alright, this guy's I think will be completely destroyed. This infantry, motorized infantry, they have 17,000 men. They have 16% attrition. Oh yes. SS infantry, motorized infantry. This is a great piece of infantry that we should actually use all the time. And yes, the Soviets have arrived at the border, I guess. And they seem to be way more superior than our troops. So frankly, I hope they will not attack. We'll see. Oh, wait a minute. What do we have here? Is target of a foreign war as war goes against Iraq, but they're not gonna declare war on that. I'm sure about that. So we have another Panzer battalion. Let's send it right here. This is gonna be the army that we're gonna send, like, right here at the border with Norway. We're gonna attack Norway. Although we don't have yet war goes against Norway. Industrial sector, yeah. I got to look at this 81 fleets. Oh yes, this is gonna be big. And nothing else lately here. We still have 3 fleets here, which are pretty good, I have to say. I just want to strengthen this. Attack submarine. Let's just strengthen this, the things that we have here a lot. Here as well. And here, well, not yet. Did they invade somewhere else? No, we could invade there. Oh, we have 4 submarines here. Let's send it right there. Now we have some fleet, let's just send it out. Here they cannot actually invade. They're out of airplanes here, but not enough, so let's just send some more rocket interceptors, to say the least. Level 3. And now let's address these things here. Mortar team level 4 and Panzer 2 upgraded. Great. Okay. Let's upgrade the Panzer III. And we have some outdated equipment here. We have a type of Panzer and a type of machine gun that is outdated. So, let's see. Right here, Panzer II. And some fucking type of machine gun. Which, what the fuck is it? Here, motherfucker. Right, this is the one that we're gonna have. One is gonna be enough. And then let's create some more Panzers. Panzer II. We're just gonna keep it. This Panzer model. Because it's just great. Let's create like, let's assign 4 in factories, military factories to produce it. Yeah, we're also creating like 3 interceptors per month, which is not good, and 1 fighter per day, which is also not enough. Simply, what is that? This is simply not enough. And we should create 30 of these fucking ships. Only 1 Graf Zeppelin in 11 months, and 11 heavy cruisers, 15 submarines. 2 per year. Why the fuck do we produce only 2 per year? Production efficiency 100%. Here the same. Five per year. Alright, we have 15, 18 of them. 3 per year. I thought we should produce a little bit quickly out of the submarines. 4 per year. 8, 2 Prince Eugene class, and 7, 2 per year. On Bismarck class, it's also going to be produced. And some convoys. Alright. Good. And now... Okay. Now the problem is that we have left the fucking Greece. Or actually we didn't. We didn't actually left the fucking Greece, which is good because yeah, now our troops are gonna wipe off some, how many, 2 American divisions maybe? Are defending very well, but they're gonna be wiped up. Okay, let's see what do we have here. So we are almost done with this field of research, which is really great. Field of submarines. Kriegsmarine U-boat. Now, first of all, let's create Type 23 submarine, which was actually historically created in 1943. And here, let's see what we have. Some encryption postcode modulation. Yeah, let's have this in 70 days. You know, we still have insufficient rubber, but it doesn't matter. Oh my god, look at this fleet here. Fighting with some of our submarines. This is fucking insane. The French and the British and all of them, 115 fucking ships. This is so fucked up. Now here we gotta need, what do we need here? Assault rifle equipment. And amphibious warfare equipment and assault rifle equipment. So let's have a look here. What the fuck do we need here? Advanced... I think this is one amphibious equipment. Or possibly we're not producing it. And don't understand. Amphibious warfare and assault rifle equipment, which is this one as well. Assault rifle equipment, training. Oh, this fucking bullshit. I think this fucking bullshit is right here. Amphibious, no. Amphibious, right here. Assault rifle equipment. We're just gonna have to create more of it. Actually, a lot of it is... where is it? Oh, where the fuck is this bullshit? Right here, assault rifle equipment. Yeah, let's create some more, 2 of them. Or to boost the production at maximum, we're gonna need 30,000. Without it, this, we cannot have our attack troops. We cannot deploy our troops, actually. These guys are having only 11 divisions. Now, I just understand the following, that the AI is focused not on creating billions of divisions, but on creating a lot of aircraft and battleships, as you can see, such as UK and the United States. Look at them, they have only 50 divisions, but they have billions of factories, an incredible air force, a lot of convoys, and a lot of ships that make our attack almost impossible. Our assault and invasion almost impossible. However, I predicted we still can match them on aircraft and on regarding even navy. Although they have billions of fleet, but we can just match them. And when we talk about land warfare, we should also destroy them. Let's plan this carefully. First of all, let's take Norway. And then perhaps Switzerland. And then Spain. But especially Spain. Spain it's gonna be extremely important to take. Although Spain is focusing actually on division creation, which is actually... they have like 100, at least 100 divisions. Well, we'll see. So what do we have here? Entrenchment speed, alright, good. Division training time -5%, this is good. Now, maybe... could buy some more rubber, maybe? From reorganized China. No, actually we can't. But oh yes, we're already building it. That's great. That is perfect. So we're soon gonna have enough rubber, and our production capabilities will increase tenfold. I am 100% about that. Okay, how are we doing with Panzers? Panzer 1, all of them, almost like none of them, but we're producing... being produced, alright. So we're not producing any Panzer 2, but we have enough. And we're producing some Panzer 1, although I didn't see them producing some Panzer 1, I'm not sure how. Panzer 3, Panzer 4, actually have enough. Heavy tanks, it's going good. Light tank destroyers, I need more. Now, if we don't have enough supplies, then let's not produce anymore. these paratroopers, for example. Let's produce just few of them. It's really don't need it. Yeah, this one as well. The other divisions are just gonna let them. We're just gonna have to produce them. Panzer 9037, many others. Some of the best divisions. Now, unfortunately, we're not producing any more divisions, which is very bad. Oh my god, Desert Fox, take a look at Rommel. Saving full amount of trades pour la militaire. Panzer Leader, Trickster, Military Merit Order, Iron Cross, General German General, and Desert Fox. This is great. Now, the Russians have arrived at the border, and it seems that we are not having any advantage against them. Although, I don't think they are planning to attack us just yet. They don't seem to have enough ammunition. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, let's do this. And so here, how many divisions do they have here? Like, I think 300 at least. While we're having a lot of bonuses. NKVD, Home of the Revolution, other bonuses, Paris Inspiration, Progress. I'm not sure what this bonus is. Panzer Group minus 50%. Wow, what the fuck is this? Socialist Science, by the way. Well, we're having only 258 divisions, and we're trying to produce even more, but we're not able to do so. Not just yet. So the Americans have attacked us again with another aircraft carrier and have reduced our fleet again. Here. We should send some more ships there. As well as the light Chrysler. We're gonna wait a little bit. The Americans trying to attack again, but they have absolutely no chance at all. Now let's deploy some more airplanes just in case. So just some more bombers, just that in the eventuality they will attack. Anyway, so recruited population 20,000 men a month, which is really perfect. That will allow us to deploy at least one heavy division or full armored divisions a month. Alright, so that's it. Now let's get back to where? Let's see. Here, they are still trying to invade us, but this is just in vain. Let's also deploy some, some of the bombers here. And, oh yes, this is the border with Turkey. Let's see what Turks are doing. Military access to Portugal, yeah, to the Allies. So we should attack them. Non-aggression pact with Portugal. Yeah, they're democratic. I think they will soon enter Allies, and if they will enter Allies, then a new front will be open here. That will allow us to conquer, including Africa Corps, including Africa actually. We're gonna go through Turkey. Although, what do we have here? An infantry division with 16,000 men. Although the Turks have also very upgraded troops. In case they will enter war, I have this army they're gonna send. It's not gonna be a problem. And I can also send reinforcements to many other armies. Now, the problem is that the Allies have launched sudden billions of invasions around the whole Italy. And they are still invading. So they can also be able to capture Rome. And Italy is having no chance and is losing billions of divisions again. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna let them do whatever they want. And we're just gonna send some reinforcements just in case they can, such as this army, for example. But I'm just gonna wait a little bit until then. Right, this was dispersed in or something like that. Let's see, land and coastal fort. Construction speed, construction 4. Large steel factory, yeah, this is not that interesting. Oh yes, we have this thing here. So factory output, supply consumption, munitions factory. Yeah, this is very important. Friction code. Let's go for an improved sentimeter radar here. We have to upgrade something. No. Missing infantry equipment. Yeah, I know what is missing. And rubber 24. We're doing definitely better with factories. Yeah, we're creating a lot of factories. It's taking some time, but we're still doing fine. All right. Now here, let's go on and deploy or research some more ships, such as this thing here, carrier surface detection. I see what's going on in here. The Greeks and the French have invaded. Now, I wonder, where do the French have so much army, because they have fallen, as far as I know. Well, they don't invade in Greece anymore because they have no chance there. Now, since the Bolsheviks have arrived with a huge army at the border, and they are somehow completely superior to our army. I wonder why. We're having a lot of panzer divisions, cavalry divisions, and indeed a lot of poor divisions of SS infantry, but there are still 19,000 men there. Strange. Mortar team level 4. Alright. So we're almost done with infantry research here. That's great. Improved Marines. No, actually, Gebirgsjäger organization is what I need right now. And we also have some outdated equipment. We should address the issue right away. Alright, here, mortar team. Oh, but we have so much of them. It doesn't matter, let's just create some more of them. Mortar team level 1. And we're still creating a lot of interceptors. We're gonna need some HMG team and some Panzer II. Unsigned Division 1 command. Let's send it right here. Alright, so let's see. Rome has almost fallen. Now they're leaving here because they know they will not have a chance, and the Italians, then they just... How the fuck are they so inferior? And these guys are also some... Oh, the Belgians have also arrived, but but they still have a lot of troops here. That's okay then. It's not a problem. Alright. Let's just send, if possible, some more airplanes here, although seem to be invading some light bombers. Just in case they will invade, but since that they are having a huge superiority. So you know what, let's build some more anti-air guns all over the place, including Luxembourg, and some more radar stations. Good. Also in northern France, and this is gonna be very important. Right, so yeah, the Italians are defending themselves good, but they are invaded all the time. But they are doing a good job there. Alright, this is gonna... Wait a minute. So what is with the Russians? They have a huge superiority against us. Yeah, they have brought a lot of troops here, alright. Still, let's see what this brings. Recruit population plus 2%. We should have 8 million. And we don't have 8 million. Factory repair speed minus 25%, factory output 10%. Alright, whatever. Let's see what we have here. Shipyard, small arms, tank factory. We have only 3 fleets left, and here we have everything sunk. Oh my god, yes. Managed to sink a battleship, but look how many ships that Poland has. This is so fucked up. This is so fun. Tempted to invade here as well, but they have no chance at all actually. Now the British have invaded. Oh yes, they have managed to. No, not yet. I think they have did it. Alright, artillery radios. So let's see. And decryption. And artillery radios, I think we don't have artillery radios, but we're gonna need it. Let's see. Should be here or somewhere. HQ radios, tank radios, vehicle. No, we don't, like, just don't see them. But anyway, let's create them. Just in case. Okay, good. So we're gonna have a lot of factories. You know, we are still creating really a lot more naval factories, military factories, and Luxembourg. Oh, wait a minute, I just forgot about Luxembourg actually. But they don't even say it. Actually, 0. Oh yes, since we have conquered it, I think. Oh my god, so many submarines here. Alright, let's have this improved infantry equipment 3. Gonna bring us some bonus. Panzer 3 is this, alright, great. So let's have this one here. The Panzer 3 should be replaced. The actual, oh my god, so many of them. Panzer 3G, 3M, Panzer 2 also. Gonna need a lot of them, that's for sure. Now the factories are done, and as you can see, we are already producing more stuff. Oh no. The British are still invading in Italy. Italians are still not being able to keep that territory. in July 1950. Alright, I'm gonna have to split the video here. Thank you.